because in the first game against Perugia we played very bad, and I think after that the emotion of the team was not so good. But after we won the second game and playing very good, we started the third game playing really good. After at the end we lost, but it's like it was like a snowball.
Ishikawa is a huge star in Japan. Are there like usually a lot of Japanese fans at the games or
The 20% of the stadium, he or maybe more, come to see the match for come to watch the match for him. And after the games, he stays, I don't know, 30 minutes, 1 hour, taking photos, signing autographs. It's like,
Oh,
but it's incredible. And he arrived to the dressing room with bags, the gift from the people.
You can handle the heat. Yeah. You can handle the heat.
Booyaka Shaw. Welcome back to an episode of If You Can't Handle the Heat. It's your boy G Swizz to my left, Jokesy, how we doing?
Doing well. Hello, everybody.
Good man. And all the way in the southernmost part of Europe, we got the Micah. Micah, how we doing, brother?
good, brother.
Good man. Now, sometimes it's just the three dolos, but today we have on a special guest. The middle for the Argentinian national team, currently playing in the Italian Super League semifinals for Milano. He got the match-winning block to win a bronze medal in Tokyo. The Augustin Loser. Thank you so much for hopping on the pod, brother.
Hey.
Hi guys, thank you. Nice to be here.
Well, again, awesome to have you on the show, man. And first, congrats with all the success. You've had, just first of all this season, and then Tokyo a summer or two ago. It's super amazing. Like I said, we're super psyched to have you on this podcast, brother.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, the big games were amazing. It was my first experience, and I don't know, get the medal was something incredible. So also take the last block is something I will never forget for
That's
sure.
incredible, man.
Yeah, this season it's been amazing. Also, we in the middle maybe we were not so good, but now at the end we are doing a great job. So I'm so happy.
Hey, everyone. We're going to get right back to the episode here in a second, but I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor of today's podcast, allvolleyball.com, the number one volleyball retailer in the world. They have every single product you can possibly need to get ready for your summer of volleyball, whether it's the beach, the grass, the indoor.
Congratulations. We're paying you with the Gwiddy code, with the promo code Gwiddy, Gwiddy, for 20% off. Congrats. We're paying you to Gwiddy and to look fly in the volleyball court. Link in the bio. Let's get into it, boys.
What do you think it is that makes your Milano team so good?
I think like we are a great group, like we are all friends outside we all the time we meet each other. We have a really good relationship, and I think that help a lot after when you play volleyball, and it's for me was like pretty amazing to have this connection with this guy in such a short time. Because some of them they have been playing together for 3 years, like I don't know, Jean-Patrick, Ishikawa, Piano, Porro also. But I don't know, it's my first year here, and have this relationship and connection with them is amazing. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's looking good so far, baby. Looking good so far.
What are some things, obviously, for you guys? I hear a lot, obviously, about your guys' coach and Coach Piazza. And for you, what are some of the biggest things that you've picked up from him, I guess, this season that has translated, I guess, late for you guys in the playoffs here, or something that he brings that is a big value to the team?
I think he put a lot of emotion in the team. Like in every training, he's trying to put his 100%, and also to take out of us the 100%. And this, I think that this helps you all the time to be 200% every training, and after to put that in the game. And also he's very amazing studying the other teams. When we do videos and everything, he knows a lot of volleyball. You can see that. And for example, in this series that we are playing, that you play not only one game, maybe 2, 3, or 4 or 5 also games. You have to play with a strategy, because one match you play in one way, so the other team are going to study you, and you are going to study the other team. So maybe you have to see if you are changing your strategy or no. And I think he's very amazing doing that. And until now, we are doing a great job.
Yeah, no, I would say so. I think for you personally, I want to get into a little bit about your most recent career, I guess. Because both you and then now Osnia Melgarejo, I think I pronounced that right. You guys both now come from the French league in the past 2 seasons now, and so I wanted to ask you just the biggest differences and changes, I guess, that you have seen in the league itself, and then also just in terms of your individual play that you've seen change.
Yeah, I think it's another level of volleyball here. The French league is amazing. It's a good level. All the teams are very equal, and it's an amazing league. But I think the Italian, you have the best player here. Every match is like, I don't know, like in the Olympic Games, it's like every match is a final. This year it was a little bit particular because it was so tight. No Perugia, maybe because Perugia won all the games, but the other teams were winning each other between everyone. So it was amazing that. I think individual, here and also in Poland, you have the best players, and you can see that every weekend.
No, absolutely.
I have a question, because Loser is like one of the smaller middles in the Italian league. How are you able to like perform with these guys? Like, what are your secrets that you learned, and how can young players that are they're not so tall and playing in the middle, what is some advice you would give to them?
Since since I started playing volleyball, or I arrived to the national team, I knew that I always knew that I'm not too tall, and I always try to work in the speed of my attack, block, and to try to be a little bit different in that way, and also to be a complete middle blocker, maybe to be strong at service and block and attack, and always training to improve and to, I don't know, to be the best, but to be better than I was the day before. I don't know. I've been working a lot to be here, and I'm so happy. Because also in Argentina, it's the volleyball is not a popular sport. And to be here now after 3 years, like 2 in France and now here, is pretty amazing. And I'm proud of the work I've been doing, because at the end, all the sacrifice that you put get you what do you want. So but I think it's that work hard, and know that I'm not tall. I'm not going to be taller, and so I try to work more in my speed, and I don't know, to be complete.
No, that's amazing. I wanted to get into a little bit about the Argentinian just offensive systems, because even in the United States, I think you see a lot of high-level coaches replicating a lot of stuff coming out of the Argentinian school and development for you guys. I guess the first thing would be for you, what is the key thing, I guess, in terms of your guys' offense for the national team? What are some key things that your guys' coaches talk about in terms of your system, just as a whole, with your offense?
I think like this, we always try to to play like not doing a lot of mistake, like because I'm not a tall middle blocker, and the other guys in international level are not tall, so we have to try to not do a lot of mistakes, to be smart with the ball. When the ball is not good, try to play to recycle it, and also playing like a team. Like in the national team, we have some amazing individuals, but not maybe so much like other national teams. So we have to play like a team, and I think in the Olympic Games we did it, and it was the only way to win for us. Because if we compare the teams with Poland, USA, Brazil, it's impossible to us. And yeah, we did it because we knew what we had to do, and also we play like a real team. And also we live always very emotional. The sport is very competitive. We are very emotional. Maybe you could see that in the, I don't know, in the soccer world championship, how they
Hey.
were all crying and everything. And we live the sport like this, and I think that always helps.
I was telling, it's a side note, I was telling Micah though, I don't think there's any other human in the entire world that means as much to their people as Messi does. And it's not like a joke. It is insane how much this guy means to that country. Crazy.
It's insane. Yeah. And Maradona is the same. I'm young, so I couldn't see Maradona, but in Argentina, for example, for my father, for my, I don't know, uncle and everything, like they are crazy about Maradona. I don't know, the meaning of him is them is amazing. And now I feel the same of Messi. I don't know, it's difficult to explain what we feel, but it's amazing.
How big is volleyball in Argentina? I know obviously football is number one, but how would you compare it? Like, I know Brazil, they say it's like top two for sports for them.
No, in Argentina it's like we have volleyball, after maybe it's basketball, tennis, rugby. I don't know, maybe we are in the sixth or seventh position.
So after you guys won the bronze medal, what was it like at home in Argentina? Like, was it like a big celebration, or
same as the World Cup?
Same as the World Cup parade.
No, I came from a small city. The name is General Alvear. It's like 50,000 people. And when I arrived, it was amazing. Like they received me in a big truck. Like I was in the truck, and all the people of my town was waiting for me. A lot of people that I don't know, I know from 10 to 15 years, and maybe after you don't have a lot of relationship because you continue with your life, but seeing them after 10 years that they are happy for you, it was amazing. And I don't know, almost all the town was there, and it was amazing. Maybe in Argentina or in Buenos Aires, it wasn't like this. We had a lot of, we felt the love because it was really good how the people started to interact with us after I don't know, the group in the quarterfinal, semifinal. Also the guy who was commenting the matches was Montesano is the name, and he did a very, very good job creating surname for the players, and that helps to the people to join, to watch more. But at the end, it's not the same like other sport. But in my city, I live like a real dream.
That's awesome. Hometown hero, as we say in America.
Yeah.
One thing. So, as Americans, when we go over to Europe, we experience a lot of culture shock. Like it's very, very different for us in America versus Europe. Coming from South America, I've always wondered this. Is it like, how big of a culture shock is it when you get to Italy? When you get to France probably more is very different. But I feel like language-wise, maybe emotion, people-wise, they're more similar to South America than North America.
Yeah, Italy is similar. For example, the language is similar. In 6 months, I learned how to speak, and I didn't study. So the language is similar. Also, the food, the people is so friendly. But it's also because we, the Argentinian, we come from Spanish and Italian people. In I don't know 500 years ago, a Spanish guy took it Argentina and all that. But all American, maybe not the North, but South America. And also the Italian guys were arriving. And for example, the father of my grandfather is Italian. So, it's like we have a lot of similar things, and that's why I don't know. The first day I arrived here, I didn't feel like I don't know, like in a second country. I felt like in Argentina. It was amazing, and in France, yes, it was different because the language is more difficult. The people is different also. It's another culture. Yeah.
And I feel like Milano, you guys have a very diverse team, like a team with players from everywhere. How do you guys first of all, what's the main, do you guys speak Italian together, or is that like the main language everyone speaks?
Yeah. We speak Italian. At the beginning, for example, I didn't know nothing about Italian, so I tried with the English, and the guys were trying to help me. But for example, Evadipur, the receiver from Iran, he doesn't speak Italian, so with him we speak in English. But after, yeah, all the team speak Italian. Also, there are two Cuban guys that I speak Spanish with them. They have learned a little bit of Italian. But it's like I told you, the language is very similar, so it's not difficult to understand.
So also, you've played against now the best middle blockers in the world. Who would you say is the top three hardest to stop for you?
I think Simon is the first one. I think now Flavio is doing an amazing job. I think in attack he's spiking so high, so strong. And also I have my weakness about middle blocker, that is Solé. I learn a lot from him. So yeah, I have to put him in three. But also, for example, Lisinach, he's a monster. Yeah, it's difficult to choose, but yeah, because they are different way to play. Solé is more like my way, and the other guys are monster.
How
Yeah.
do you stop, like, as we say something like, we use the word I don't know if you're familiar with the word unorthodox, or where it's not very regular, like I think who's the other Argentine middle on Perugia, Solé, where he hits like all the way over here. How do you like read that or stop that, like, for you?
It's very difficult. Now I know him maybe a little bit more, so yeah, you try to anticipate his movement, but yeah, he's amazing. How you say, it's like he's spiking the ball here. You never know what he's going to do. It's so difficult. But I think I do that maybe in a different way, but a characteristic from us, from the Argentinian, because maybe it is that we are not so tall and we try to fly, horizontal in the net to try to confuse the block.
Who started that to fly horizontal?
I don't know. This is a good question. But for example, all the time, since I started volleyball, I started watching Solé, because he was like the main beat blocker in the national team. And when I arrived to the national team, to the major, he learned me a lot. He teach me a lot. So he was a very good guy with that, and I am very friend of him.
You don't need to give all the secrets, but what is like one thing he taught you about this that helped a lot with the horizontal and moving around?
No, maybe with the feet, it's like the way you have to do the approach and put the feet to fly in one way or the other. It's like, for example, that in attack after in block is the way to read the block, to read the setter a little bit more mentally.
When you are read blocking, because you're smaller, but you're still everywhere. What are you watching?
Uh, First, I try to see where is the ball. After, I think it depends the setter, because there are some setter that you can see what they are going to do, but there are some others that you cannot. So it's more difficult. But what I try to do when I'm reading is not to do a movement before the ball goes, to some place. It's like wait. Maybe if the middle blocker is so fast, it's a little bit more difficult. But if I'm reading, I try to not think in the middle blocker. Try to think in pipe, position 4 or 2, and arrive, but not to move until the ball goes, So I don't lose time. Like maybe it's 1 second, but it's important at the end to arrive good.
And who do you think are the top 3 middle blockers? Like just in block.
In
Because
block,
Piano is good, huh?
Piano is good. Yeah, he's very good.
That's what Nimir and I played with Thomas Jashki, who
Yeah.
played with Piano last year, and they both said he's really good.
Yeah, he's really good. He's an amazing blocker. Yeah, I'm happy to be with him also, because I can learn from him. He has played a lot of year volleyball, a lot of good tournaments. So yeah, but I think, yeah, Piano, Solé, he's very good in reading.
For you, now that you're, you're still younger in your career and stuff, but if you knew everything that you do now, back when you first started playing, what were some things that you would tell yourself that you wish you had done, like, I guess, earlier, either on or off the court, more so for your volleyball career?
Maybe work on my body more. It's like the prevention, in the gym is so important, that I think, in the beginning you are playing volleyball, you're enjoying, and that's okay. And in one point you have, I don't know, a physical coach that is saying you what to do. But I think I would like to be like more, to think more on my body like earlier, because now this year I'm really learning more about my body, more how to work it, and I'm 25. Okay, I'm young, but maybe if I would do this before, it would be better now,
And sorry, my voice is kind of not so strong right now. And so, like you said, going into Italy, you learned a lot of things. And you were previously in France. Is there something, I remember when Micah, when he got the hall bunk, one thing he was like, it's so cool because he has all these like cool like people who'll do, like, for example, he forgets his shoes the first or a couple days, and instead of he having to go back, they have guys having to go back. But being a part of like such a big club like Milano, is there some cool, as I say, perks, or some cool things that come with it that you're like, all right, now this is nice.
No, it's for example, you can see the difference between the French team and Italian team. It's like the professional way that they take everything is amazing. You have, I don't know, all the facilities, the trips, also, the hotels. Is you feel yourself more professional. It's more like a soccer player, to say in one way. You know, I don't know if there is only one thing that I can say, but it's like all the stuff together that they do to make the things easy for you, so you only have to think about volleyball, and not the other stuff.
That's nice for sure. Because me and my brother, sometimes we have to wash some of all of our team's jerseys and bring them to the arena, and that gets so annoying. Oh my God, we say we're the
Yeah.
managers of the team. Oh, it's a whole nother thing. But we only have a few more questions before we let you go. So when you're playing a team like Perugia, when you're playing a team versus Lube, you have world-class players. They have world-class players. I see your coach is very creative with the block, pulling your setter out, maybe playing Ishikawa in the middle on a high ball. I find that awesome. That's really, really cool. But how do you for 5 matches, slow down Leon, slow down all these world-class players, especially in crucial moments and big moments? Like, is there is it more attitude? Is it more game planning? What do you believe?
Okay, yeah, it was the first game. We didn't do it because we played very bad. We lost like 3-0, I don't know, to 15. But no, I think is of course a lot of planning, strategy, from the beginning. But the aptitude, emotional that you put, is what, I don't know, to a team for us that we don't have the individuals that they have, help in the important moments, to, I don't know, to what, how do you play but under pressure? And I think we did that very good. Especially the two games at home that we won 3-2, the two games. I think we did an amazing job under pressure, in some crucial moment. I can remember some points that are amazing, and that, I don't know, that put more confidence on you and your team, and that is increasing every match, because in the first game against Perugia we played very bad, and I think after that the emotion of the team was not so good. But after we won the second game and playing very good, we started the third game playing really good. After, at the end, we lost, but it's like it was like a snowball. It was increasing the confidence, and at the end we went to Perugia, and I don't know, it was amazing. We played like an amazing team, and that we didn't do that in the season before, and we did it in the last match against Perugia, and I think it's a mix of everything. I don't know, the aptitude, the planning, yeah.
What was your Coach Piazza? What was his sort of message to you guys before the 5th match, heading into it? Like, what were some of the things that he was saying to you guys?
We have to that we have to play 200%. That's like all the season we work for this game. We have to do it, they have all the pressure. We have to enjoy it, and yeah, and do what we know to do.
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly what you said. Like sometimes you have to realize, like in those moments, especially for you guys who Milano's a smaller club, like understand that the big clubs, like they have so much pressure put on them. Like just to go out and play free, I think is an important message. And you could tell you guys were definitely playing way more loose and free, and you could just sense the tension on their side of the court. So really, it was amazing to watch.
Yeah, and also until now, it's like we are playing Civitanova. They have the pressure. Now we have the fourth game at home. We can go to the finals, but I don't know. We have to be easy. They still have the pressure now not to lose, and I don't know. We have to play, enjoy, and if the finals arrive, we're going to be happy. But it's like this.
And before we let you go here, I have one more question. We talked earlier about Messi and how much he means for the country. I know it's a smaller version, but Ishikawa is a huge star in Japan as you're his teammate. Are there like usually a lot of Japanese fans at the games, or is it like pretty crazy for him, or not really in Italy?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, yeah, it's like, I don't know, but the 20% of the stadium, maybe, or maybe more, come to watch the match for him. It's like amazing. After the games, he's an amazing guy. He has a lot of passion, and after the games, he stays, I don't know, 30 minutes, 1 hour, taking photos, signing autographs. It's like, but it's incredible. And he arrived to the dressing room with bags, the gift from the people, with chocolates, I don't know, food, everything. It's amazing. He's like a superstar. I don't know.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. Yeah,
that's
it's
amazing.
That is. I didn't know that.
Well, we know you got a big game coming up once again for our fans out there. He is in the fourth game in the semifinals of the Super League, the Italian League. Milano's up 2-1 against Lube. Lube's the back-to-back champion, and Milano's going to dethrone him. We're calling it here first. We're rooting for you guys. Need a dub on the home court, so also Ishikawa can bring more and more gifts into the locker room. But hey, thank you so much for hopping on, man. We really, really appreciate it. We know you're busy. You got some big games, so glad you can hop on with us.
Are you guys gonna be in California for VNL? Is Argentina going to California? Okay.
Yes,
we'll see you there. We'll see you
Nice.
there.
Okay.
Well, maybe if
We'll
you
see you
have
there.
a free night afterwards, you come hang out with us one time. We live there.
Okay.
We have
yeah.
stuff. We
know the spots. Perfect,
Nice.
perfect. Well, you
And
got
also, we are going to arrive 1 week before, so.
Oh,
we live on the beach in LA, so you just tell us we
Nice.
got yeah.
perfect.
Okay,
Hey,
good man.
all right, brother. Hey, just remember, if you can't handle the heat, goddamn kitchen. This has been another episode presented by allvolleyball.com.